Here we would create a container image for the red wine project. So in the Redwine project, we had redwine.py and we had seen it running of how it works and so forth. So now what we will do is that we will create a container image. So the first sentence is that in the Docker file which we are going to create is that from Python 3.8 Slimbuster, which is built from the Debian image which we can see here. If you go here to the GitHub, you see that it is created from the Debian Unix image. So you can read more about it here. Ultimately, it installs Python on the Debian image. Next is it copies everything into the /app directory of the container. The working directory is /app, and on top of it, it installs whatever is there in the requirements.txt. So what is there in the requirements.txt? It is pandas, sklearn, streamlit and tensorflow. Why it is there? Because we would require it in our redwine.py. You see streamlit, numpy, tensorflow, pandas, pickle. So these have to be there. Let's go back to the Docker file. It exposes the port 8501. The entry point is streamlit run redwine.py. So when it comes over and it would run the streamlit run redwine.py. So next what we do is that we build the container image with this Docker file. How do we do it? First is that we would do go to this directory where the Docker is there. So we'll do a cd and we'll do this. And then what we will do is that we will run this command docker build -t for the tag. The name is redwine and dot is it will take all the files of the current directory. So I'll go ahead and run this. Since I have already done it is in my Docker repository, it will, I don't want to do it again. Okay, let me delete the other images from here. I'll just keep the red wine. So we have got the red wine which I have already built, but if you are following along with me, please do build this over. So I'm not building it. So since I have built it, what I will do next is that I will run the Docker. So what is there? Docker run -p is a publish. The host port is a port in the machine in which I am running, and the container port which we have exposed is 8509 and the Docker image. So if let's see if we run it, what would happen? So it will take some time to run. So now I can go to localhost 8501 and it is running from the Docker. Let's see whether it is running fine or not. So it is running fine. So what we do next is just to play around with the Docker. We can get the what are the images which are installed. We just installed the Docker image. So we can let's create another command prompt. Docker ps will give us containers which are running, and the container's name is eager Khayyam. So let's copy it over. What we will do is that we will go into the container. So here the command for this is docker exec -it, the container name /bin/bash. So I think we have not copied it properly. So let's copy this over. So Once we execute it, we are in the container, and now if I do an ls, we can see all the files that have been deployed. Okay, we exit it, we'll stop the container, and we have to give the container name, that is Igar Khayyam. Okay, so we have docker stop, it should be docker stop. So let's stop the container. So it's already stopped now. Then what we do is, after this, what we do is that we retag a local image with a new image and tag. So here we want to push this to Docker Hub. So let's go to Docker Hub, which houses all our images. This is Docker Hub, and I have a login ID of Ambrish Ji. It does not have the my Docker image in it. So if I need to push it to here, what I first need to do is to tag it with this docker.io/ambarishji redwine, and v1 is the tag. So let's tag it. Once we tag it, you can see it is here in my local, and what we need to do is that we need to push it. So for pushing it, what we need to do is do this docker push this, and this will take a long time. So what we will do is that let it go on, and if you are following along with me, you will see that this will take a long time, and I will go back and I'll come back once it is pushed. So you see it is being pushing to docker.io/ambarishji/redwine. So let me come back after it is pushed. Okay. So we see that the Docker has pushed the image to the Docker Hub. Let's just verify it. Let's go to Docker Hub and just refresh it. So the Redwine has already been pushed here. So that's very good. So we have pushed the image to the Docker Hub and it's all done. So thank you for being with me. Thank you. Bye.